and welcome to VOP Business Show. I'm Kayla Abraham. The National Bureau of Statistics says the average price for domestic flight tickets in Nigeria rose to 79,000 naira in a year. NBS made this known in its recent report for August 2023 released on Monday. According to the report, the figure shows that airfares increased by 21.5% year-on-year from 65,000 naira in August 2022. The Bureau also stated that the average fare paid by air passengers for a single flight ticket increased by 0.30% in August. The report further showed that the states with the highest average prices of airplane tickets on a single journey are Delta and Enugu. The NBS added that the average fare paid by commuters for bus journeys within the city per drop increased by 0.01% in August 2023. Nevertheless, on a year-on-year basis, the report noted that fares rose by 121.8% from 602.48 naira in August 2022. The federal government has disclosed that no fewer than 23 oil blocks managed by both international and local oil companies, which are under crude oil production sharing contracts with the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, failed to produce crude or were inactive. It stated this in its latest oil and gas industry report for 2021 released by the Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, an agency of the federal government. It stated that the blocks failed to produce crude in the year under review. Production sharing contracts is an arrangement or contract where the contracted oil company undertakes to fund operations to explore, develop, and produce petroleum within a concession area under an oil prospecting license and for an agreed number of years. If the effort is successful, the company will be subject to pay petroleum profits tax, royalty, and other bonuses to the government. The company is entitled to recover its cost in kind through what is known as cost oil. The company also pays petroleum profit tax and royalty in kind through the NNPC's arrangement of lifting of crude oil and gas for tax, royalty, and share of profit oil for sale and remittance to designated account. The account could be a Federal Inland Revenue Service account or NUPRC account, which proceeds from the sale of profit oil are remitted directly to the Federation account. Production sharing contract frees the government from financial burden since the company bears the cost of exploration and production. An analysis of the latest NAT report indicated that in 2021, 12 of the PSC oil blocks made production, while 17 blocks did not produce. The report showed that there was also 6 inactive blocks, bringing the total number of both inactive oil blocks and those that did not produce crude during the review period to 26. The Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission stated that it will request Opay over unauthorized account allegations by Nigerians. The Chief Executive Officer, Babatunde Irukera, stated this while responding to allegations by Nigerians on Twitter that Opay was opening unauthorized accounts for them. Earlier, while responding to another tweet, the Fccpc CEO stated that Opay has been asked to come in and explain what has been a few days of anomalies. Opay is a licensed mobile money operator that uses customers' mobile numbers as their account numbers. The fintech recently gained ground during Nigeria's cash crunch period because of the reliability of its services when traditional banks were failing. Now, telecommunications subscribers have kicked against plans by the telecom operators to introduce a state tariff regime for calls, data, and other telecom services. The Subscribers Association, reacting to a recent move by telcos, stated that it would not solve the problem that telcos are trying to mitigate against. Recently, telcos confirmed that Nigerians may soon be paying different prices in different states for calls, data, SMS as a measure to mitigate against multiple taxation and business environments across different states. According to the chairman of the Association of Licensed Telecoms Operators of Nigeria, Benga Adebayo, a national tariff was no longer appropriate because the cost of providing telecom services varied across the state of the federation. He noted that the telcos had presented their plan to the Nigerian Communications Commission and would implement it once given approval. When implemented, the rates for calls would differ across the states. The president of the National Association of Telecom Subscribers, Adeolu Ogunbanjo, stated that that the subscribers would kick against any attempt by telcos to introduce state tariffs. According to him, any president could still implement the provision of the law despite the present waiver granted to telecoms services by this current administration. Telcos have been clamoring for an increase in tariffs to cushion the effects of an economic downturn, multiple taxations, high operating costs, and more in recent times. In 2022, they pushed for a 40% hike in tariff. Recently, the executive vice chairman of NCC, Professor Umar Danbata, stated that there were about 46 different taxes directed at the telecom sector. The National Identity Management Commission has announced the revalidation of its third-party agents' licenses. It stated that this is part of its commitment to ensure the highest standards of data security and compliance and is part of ongoing efforts to enhance the security, efficiency, and accuracy of the National Identity Management System. In a statement signed by the Acting Director General Bisoye Koka Odushote, the Commission stated that it is an important regulatory update regarding the revalidation of license as a front-end partner of NIMC. NIMC stressed that the revalidation process is mandatory for all current partners and is intended to ensure compliance with the latest standards and protocols. It noted that the revalidation process will include a thorough review of the third-party organization's operations, technical infrastructure, and compliance with NIMC's policies and guidelines. The agency further stated that the third-party agents might need to pay a revalidation fee. NIMC recently upgraded its database in a bid to improve its services, officials of the agency have noted. A couple of NIM registrations which were done by third-party agents were affected after this upgrade. Recently, NIMC has been on a campaign to sensitize Nigerians about fake NIN registration or correction processes. According to NIMC, 102.4 million individuals had NIN records as of August 2023. The federal government has issued licenses to 17 independent electricity distribution network operators, among which 10 are currently operational. It disclosed this in its 2022 market competition report released on Tuesday by the Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission, an agency of the federal government. The government revealed this while providing a breakdown of the country's power distribution segment. Nigeria's power sector is basically categorized into the electricity generation, transmission, and distribution segments. In November 2013, when the sector was unbundled into the three segments, 11 successor distribution companies were created and were privatized, as they have been serving the country since then amidst complaints by consumers. And that's all on VOP Business Show on VOP TV. We would like you to subscribe and engage us on YouTube. It is Voice of the People TV and on other social media platforms at VOP TV Live. I'm Kayla Abraham. Thanks for watching.